Hi, welcome to the course on Quality Assurance Interview Preparation. What is an SOP? A standard operating procedure is a certain type of document that describes a step-by-step outline form on how to perform a particular task or operation. Same procedures must be followed to assure that tasks are performed consistently and correctly. What is 21 CFR Part 11? Title 21 CFR Part 11 of the Code of Federal Regulations deals with the Food and Drug Administration guidelines on electronic records and electronic signatures in the United States. Part 11, as it is commonly called, defines the criteria under which electronic records and electronic signatures are considered to be trustworthy, reliable and equivalent to paper records. What are user requirements? User requirements specification describes what users require from the system. User requirement specifications are written early in the validation process before the system is created. It is written by the system owner and end users, with input from quality assurance. User requirements specifications are not intended to be a technical document. What is a validation plan? Validation plans define the scope and goals of a validation project. Validation plans are written before a validation project and are specific to a single validation project. It can include deliverables, documents, to be generated during the validation process. Resources, departments, personnel to participate in the validation project timeline for completing the validation project. What is an IQ document? Installation qualifications are a collection of test cases used to verify the proper installation of a system. The requirement to properly install the system was defined in the design specification. Installation qualifications must be performed before completing operational qualification or performance qualification.
What is an OQ document? Operational qualifications are a collection of test cases used to verify the proper functioning of a system. The operational qualification tests requirements defined in the functional requirements. Operational qualifications are usually performed before the system is released for use. What is a PQ document? Performance qualifications are a collection of test cases used to verify that a system performs as expected under simulated real-world conditions. Due to the nature of performance qualifications, these tests are sometimes conducted with power users as the system is being released. What is a validation summary report? Validation summary reports provide an overview of the entire validation project. When regulatory auditors review validation projects, they typically begin by reviewing the summary report. The validation summary report should include a description of the validation project, all test cases performed, including if those test cases passed without issue, all deviations reported, including how those deviations were resolved. What is a change request? Change control is the process of managing how changes are introduced into a control system. In validation, this means how changes are made to the validated system. Change control is required to demonstrate to regulatory authorities that validated systems remain under control after system changes. Change control systems are a favorite target of regulatory auditors because they vividly demonstrate an organization's capacity to control its systems. According to WHO guidelines, what is the storage condition of climatic zone 4A and zone 4B? Zone 4 are 30 degrees Celsius and 65% RH, hot and humid countries. Zone 4B 30 degrees Celsius and 75% RH, hot and very humid countries. Countries comes under climatic zone 4B. Brazil, Cuba, China, Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand. Brazil falls under which climatic zone? Zone 4B, 30 degrees Celsius and 75% relative humidity.
Explain few ICH stability guidelines. Q1A, Stability testing of new drug substance and products. Q1B, Photostability testing of new drug substances and products. Q1C, Stability testing of new dosage forms. Q1D, Bracketing and matrixing designs for testing of new drug substances and products. Q1E, Evaluation of stability data. Q1F, Stability data package for registration applications in climatic zone 3 and 4. What is significant changes in stability testing? Following are significant changes in stability testing. First, 5% change in assay for initial value. Second, any degradation products exceeds its acceptance criterion. Third, failure to meet acceptance criterion for appearance, physical attributes and functionality test. Fourth, failure to meet acceptance criteria for dissolution for 12 units. What needs to be checked during in-process QA checks? Following checks are done. A. Environmental monitoring. B. Measured values obtained from the process equipment. For example, temperature, RPM, etc. C. Measured values obtained from persons. For example, timings, entries, etc. D. Process attributes. For example, weight, hardness, friability, etc. What precautions shall be taken while collecting in-process samples? While collecting in-process samples, avoid contamination of the product being sampled and avoid contamination of sample taken.